Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 6 and 8. The Lord our God spoke to us in Horeb, saying, You have dwelt long enough at this mountain. Turn and take your journey and go to the mountains of the Amorites, to all the neighboring places in the plain, in the mountains and in the lowlands, in the south and on the sea coast, to the land of the Canaanites and to Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates. See, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give to them and their descendants after them. God bless you. You can get seated. One of the greatest gifts the Lord gives to us is the ability to know and recognize when to wait on a particular place and when to move. The Lord told the prophet, he said, go to the brook Cherith. He said, when you get there, stay there. I've commanded the raven to feed you in the brook. I've commanded a woman to feed you. I've commanded the raven to feed you. When he stayed there in the place where he was commanded, if he had gone outside that environment, he would have suffered lack. He stayed there. At the right time, the raven will bring food. When it's time to drink water, the brook will give it water. Then suddenly, the brook dried. And the Lord said, now go to Zarephath. I've commanded another woman. So the provision part time is tied to the instruction that God, where you are. The Bible, God speaking to Abraham by revelation told him, he said, your descendants after you, I am going to send them to Egypt. They will go there and they will serve their slave masters for how many years? 400 years. He said, but I will bring them out with what? With what? With much wealth, silver and gold. I will bring them out. So can you imagine somebody, when the prophecy of that 400 years was still in 4th year, and the person goes to an altar and says, Shayaba, oh Lord, deliver us. And the prophecy says what? 400 years. And the person is praying at the 40. How long will the person pray that prayer? When you are praying the prayer, you say, this Lord is not answering. No. The Lord, what is the problem? Is your ear blocked? My father, my father. The more you are saying, my father, Angel Michael is saying, this guy, this thing you are shouting, you still don't be shouting, reduce your voice, so because you lose your voice. There's still a long time. When they were taking captivity to Babylon, that was the same thing. Certain prophets started prophesying, at least they told the word of the Lord. I speak to somebody here. You will be delivered. We are going back to the land. The prophet of God told the prophet, he said, go and tell them to marry you. He said, go and tell them to start marrying and giving birth. That the journey is that this one they are saying, that person prophesying to them that you will go, doesn't know where he's going to. He said, tell them. Because you know that kind of thing, when you come to a place you are not comfortable, you still pack your things. Your car is still in. Your Ghana must go. You have not brought out your toothbrush and your sponge. If you still use your sponge, you still put it inside the bag because you are but you know that kind of thing. It's only, some of you, even when you come to a place you are staying one day, kwasa, as if you hang spoon and as if it's your house. There's a way you stay when you want to. When you are, that place is transit. You're just passing through. it is very important that in divine direction you understand when you should move and when you should stay. God told him, he said, you have dwelt long on this mountain. You have dwelt long on this mountain. There are certain things that make people dwell in a place. One, it could be circumstances withholding them from advancement. They want to advance, but they say no. Maybe it's raining. There could be circumstances, there could be seen and unseen circumstances that stop people from advancing. Some other people can also not advance by comfort. They're already comfortable where they are. That place is fine. Let's say you pack from your house in Oboko or Fege, and you go to your friend's house, and maybe your family house is one room that all of you are sharing, and now you go to your friend's house. Your friend, he has a flat all to himself or herself, and the person is staying alone, has a kitchen, has a chef, fine kitchen, fine chef, and there is light, there is DSTV premium subscribed, and if it is a man, there is a PS5 with God of War and the PES and the PES 2022, and you just balance. Your mother is calling you, Apostle, when are you coming to? He say coming to do what? He said, don't bother, don't worry about. And that your friend is not pursuing you. He's your friend. There are people that the person is even telling you, man, I've been feeling bored. Thank God you came. Some of you don't have that kind of friend. May God give you better friends. All the friends you have are friends that look like that are in the same. Two of you are in the same problem. Yeah, the same problem. So it's possible that comfort can bring. They are telling you have vision. You say, which vision? So what are you saying? Which vision are you talking about? You wake up. I have one of my friends there. In his house. It's a duplex. He has chef. He's not married though. Has chef, has security, has bell in his room. If you just ring bell, they'll come. Say, what? I say, look at life. Oh. So you are asking yourself. They tell you see vision. You say, which vision? What I want to eat, I'm eating it here. I'm watching DSTV premium. There is PS4, 5. There is light, generator, AC. There is bell to ring. This is the life. This is the life. This is the life. And you won't blame the person for seeing that as life, because that is the sight, how far the person can see. Today is somebody's birthday. Happy birthday. Celebrate her. Today is your birthday. Stand. Celebrate her. Today is our birthday. God bless you. First, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. God bless you. Okay, so it's very important. As far as your eyes can see, is until you leave that person's flat and you now come, you know that there is a place called palace where things work in systems. That chef you have, they have chef department. It's not one person that is on shift. Chef department. Some of you think because when you have somebody that is cooking onubo and the okra soup and the yam and beans, the same thing your wife can cook, you think the person is a chef. This is a cook. He said, I went to cooking school. That's what it is. That's what they call culinary skills. You see, from the way it sounds, you know what the person is cooking. It's healthy. You have chef. The chef is cooking. Your stomach is going around. He's a cook. A chef will put into consideration the dietary components of what he's cooking. Balance it with time and with knowledge of science. May the Lord help you. I said, may the Lord help you. Some of you to draw timetable of the yam, beans, and gari is a problem. It's a problem. It's a food that's finished. It's because you a cook. A chef will cook 7 different porridge yam for you. What I mean is that you eat porridge yam in the morning, eat porridge yam in the afternoon, eat it at night, continue the next day, eat it 2 days, 3 days. Different porridge yam, different. For you, it's porridge yam, but you a cook. One rice, one porridge yam, one egusi, one, and you are blocking space everywhere. Yes, we know we can't cook, but for me, it's all the same. It's either you a chef, after everybody can cook. Basically, it depends on what. If you don't have culinary skills, don't make noise around me. We are all in the same boat. We are all in the same boat. That is when people that cook with recipe make their own, produce their own spice from the recipe. It's not. You know that people cook without salt. You say, oh, you don't know. Some of you say that it's salt. No, there are people that don't eat salt. Oh. That is a whole year, the food they eat. So you're a sister now and you're having problem with this, and I'm saying you're a cook. That's what I'm saying. Do you get what I'm saying? You are still like, because you are wondering how can food be food without what? Salt. You have not started. That's what we say, culinary skills. You have not. And the food without salt is tasty and sweet. Some of you is only chineke. Some of sisters I'm talking to you. If they remove Maggi and salt from you, can you cook? Can you cook? Maggi. If they remove Maggi and salt from you now, Linda, if they remove Maggi, remove salt from her. Say, if you say, don't put salt, don't put Maggi. If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The foundation, it's just a pastor. What a high. Yeah. I feel like moving straight now to my message for the day. There's always a next level. Do you know that even some of us here, women here, did not even learn how to cook? They didn't learn how to cook. How what are cooking now? You didn't learn the process of cooking. Because we think it is a right for ladies. We don't know it's a skill that is learned. So because I'm a lady, I should be able to be cooking. No, it's not true. It's a skill. It's a skill. That's why people go to school. So because somebody say, what am I going to school to go and learn how to cook? What is it? To cook in? This is my hand. They say it's in your hand. Oh, it's not in there. It's not in there. It's a skill. It's a skill. It's a skill. Why you see that women cook and they don't taste the thing, and it's because it's a skill you've learned that over time you know that this portion of this, so it's still a skill. It's a skill. So when God says move, when God says move, it means it's time to move. When He says stay, it means it's time to stay. When you don't find that balance and understand when God is saying stay and you want to move, you can pray just like I said. The people that just came in their 40, they are still praying, oh Lord, deliver us. Why God has said they will stay 400 years. You will want to live fast, but nothing will happen. Then if God says move and you stay, you are staying amiss. You're wasting your time. He said, you have dwelled long on this mountain. It's time for you to move. So having that sensitivity. Whenever God says the best time to stay is when you have not heard God. Either when you have heard God that God is saying stay, or when you have not heard any direction, you can stay until you hear. But the moment you hear, the best time to move from the moment you have heard, move is immediately after that command has been given. Slap your neighbor, high five, say move. Tell your neighbor, move. I'm moving. Tell your neighbor, I'm moving. Not going back, moving ahead. Need to declare to you, the past is over in you. All things are made new. Surrender my life to Christ. Moving forward. You make all things new, yeah. You make all things new, and I will follow you forward. Do you know this song? Do you know it? You make all things new, yeah. You make all things new, and I will follow you forward. Not going back, moving ahead. Need to declare. Play this song. The past is over in you. All things are made new. New, surrender my life to Christ. Hallelujah. So move forward. You have dwelled long on this mountain, God told them. Comfort can make you dwell. Then circumstances can hold you down and you're not moving. The month of May is a month of moving forward. The month of May is a month of moving forward. And God has declared to us that it is time to break camp. Break camp and move forward. You have dwelt long. That place you are now is not where God wants you. It's not the best. No matter how much you enjoy it, it's not the best that God has for you. There is more. There is more. There is more. Until you have gotten to the land that flows. They just left Egypt and they're enjoying manna. You know the word manna. What manna means? Manna means what is this? They were the ones that gave it the manna. Manna means what is it? God gave them manna. They brought. They say, what is this? God said, that was what they ate for 40 years. She asked me, what is this? No problem. You eat it. They ate it for 40 years. They were eating manna. And God said, it is time to move forward. It's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. It's time to move your business forward. It's time to move your life forward. It's time to move your finances forward. Bow down your heads and pray in 1 minute decree. Say, Father, in the name of Jesus, in this month of May, everything around me is moving forward. That prayer is up to you to pray. It's up to you to pray. Pray it. I'll give you 1 minute to pray it. Pray it. In this month of May, my life is moving forward. In this month of May, my life is moving forward. Shadala bagadados. Etole skill. Let us give atos palaba adahaya. Shatola bada da da gada gada gados kebeledos kovotopalaya. Isalotone brendos. Vele gritada shatola badaba. Etola bododobo shatola bratala vatabagada. My finances is moving forward. My life is moving forward. In the name of the Lord Jesus. Leketodobo shatola badaba. Yadaba shatola badagada gados kopalatiakova. Hilandoski ledas kopahaya. Eshatola bandash kalabahadisa. Paladada baba shatolo bodovodos. Efretekedos. In the mighty name of Jesus, we have prayed. I pray for you as a priest over this house. This month of May, your life will move forward. Your business will move forward. No more stagnation in your life. By all means, you will move forward. By all means, everything around you will move forward. If you believe it, shout, I'm moving forward. God bless you as you get seated. If you are to move forward in your life, it is an intentional act. Tell us, neighbor, intentional. It must be intentional. In life, as a baby, you grow naturally. But as an adult, a matured person, your growth is intentional. If you're a baby, so far you're just eating. If breeze they blow you, you're gonna grow. You just wake up, come one day, 1 year later, you say, hey, this child is grown, no, this child. But when it comes to an adult, when you have to develop, your development is intentional. For example, if you want to build your biceps, it's intentional. You have to use either the dumbbells to develop or do push-ups to develop your biceps. You know, somebody don't wake up, Jesus, so do you know, I just woke up in the morning, my bicep now, my muscle just no, it doesn't happen. Success does not happen accidental. The only thing that happens accidentally is accident. And there is nothing successful about accident. But if it is success, it never happens by accident. It is intentional. You intentionally decide to grow. You intentionally decide to be successful. You intentionally decide to stand out. You intentionally decide to be the top 5 in whatever you do. You don't just wake up in the morning and you say, wow, I just found myself there. There must be the intentional act behind it. Intentional. You must be deliberate about it. It does not happen by accident. And some of them requires more than just spiritual faith. One of the funniest videos I've seen in my life is where a pastor was praying for somebody to lose weight. I don't like commenting on what people do and all that, but for me, I felt that was the height of it. Wait. Oh my God. I don't know, but I know things don't work that way. If you want to lose weight, you have to watch your diet. You must watch it. You must watch your diet. It's not exercise. In those days in school, one of my friends, when he finished jogging like this, if he's coming back with Oba, you load Oba and Coke or rubber. There's the rubber Coke that time. I say, okay, us when they jog better pass you. I say, you just go and burn 1 calorie and add 15 calories. I say, no, that is no work done. In physics as well. Is it physics? No work done. No work done. So success and growth in life is intentional. That is why learning should never depart from your life, because your learning determines your earning. What you learn is what you earn. If you see two of them, they are the same spelling, only L that is in the other one. What you learn determines what you earn. If there is stagnation in your life, if your life is not moving forward, maybe you need to learn new things. Maybe you need to isolate yourself. You know, sometimes, especially in Onitsha, we are so busy with our face in the mud or in the sand. Busy. What are you doing? For the past 25 years, I've been putting button in the clothes. You know button? You take button. Now quiet button now. Just that. What else can you do? Nothing. Do you know who Joe Biden is? Who is that one? Does he sell button? Routine. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Never learning. And the problem is not that some of the things you are doing over and over, they are not producing results. You are doing it over and over and you are witnessing frustration and you continue doing it. Why? Because it was handed over to you. Yeah, that's the way we do church now. Church was handed, if you don't do it like this, it's no longer church. But it's not producing results, and let's keep doing it. Do you know? Recently, God was telling me, he said that the next level of leaders in the church, the next level of leaders, God was telling me, it's time to release people that are 20 years old. God was telling me, he said that, he said there are, you're even getting old. God was telling me that I'm getting old. And another people think I'm young. Say that young pastor. That does he just start? God is telling me that there is a generation I cannot even pastor effectively except I release their people in their generation to pastor them. I was like this. I said, "What?" Yesterday I told myself, I said, "Man, the best time, if God called you after you are that, you missed call." I'm telling you, it has to be in your 20s zone, so that you will pastor that your generation as they enter 30s and 40s. You release another generation below you that will pastor their own next generation. That is how a church remains relevant. Not that they say this is a big church, this is a presbyter, he's 72 years, he's the person. And what? That is why people do not have touch of relevance. You can't remove phone from silent. How many of you know that what we are talking about is no longer phone from silence? So we are no longer talking about that you can use phone. We are talking about how far they use phone now. All these boys here, all these boys that are 20 something, all of them can use Android more than me. I'm not ignorant. I'm not naive. But anybody here that is 20 years down, 20 years, 21, 22, I cannot match up with them with the way. Do you know how many applications? If you are 30 years up, how many applications do you have on your phone? Bring the smartphone, take note of somebody that is 21 years old. If you see applications, you will be shocked. This thing I'm telling you is practical thing now in church. Now go and check it. That's why there's need for learning. You know, the next generation, if this church will remain relevant, the next generation that will lead, that will be telling us what we need to do, is the people that are 20 years. They are the people that have the answer of how to pastor the world now. All these ones, they are the people who will come. Pastors, we bring them to meeting, consultation meeting, and tell them, say, help us. The problem in church is that most times those people are not given opportunity to. They know how to do that thing more than you. You can just decide, let's be doing media the same way we are doing it. If you give him opportunity and tell him, say, what do you think? Just what do you think? He'll not tell you, sir, there's this application that you add to that one. When you now add it, you now go under and remove. You'll be like this. Do it, let's see. You will do it, you will see. Some of them can produce results with their phone more than what we produce with system. Imagine when we, the older ones, now make system available for them and encourage them, and now tell him, don't bother about food, I'll be giving you food, do this work. That is how systems evolve. You know, I was learning recently that every organization that you have seen that has been transgenerational, that what happens is that the leader hands over to 2 generations and he's alive to watch them run. I don't know how to, let me explain it. Do you understand what he's alive? You know what we believe to be handover? Give the person and die. So you don't even have opportunity to oversee them. You don't have opportunity to oversee them, to watch them as them. You don't have opportunity to see them. Imagine that in let's say 20 years time from now, 10 years time, I've handed over the ministry and you are fine. Because why? There is what we have as handover was how Elijah handed over to Elisha. It doesn't work now. Because life is not about mantle. There are things that are in passwords. You have to tell people where the password, what is the password, what the code is. If there are handover that if you do, nobody will access the account because you die. Hand over the mantle. It's not mantle. So what is it? So that is why you see that in this church, before you know it, somebody is music director for 2 years. We remove the person. The person will sit down and be watching other people do what? Lead. It's not that you have to be that music director till you now die before you find another person. No, they will put another person. You will watch, because the essence of that watching is that you be the one that, no, don't do that. So even that leader is under check. Are you getting what I'm saying? In a few years, I want to walk into church and who is preaching? Yeah? Apostle. They say you be preaching. I walk into church. Oh yeah, the Queen at that church. Even Apostle Kojak, he said, what? Me? Preaching for me. No. Why should we talk to the apostles sit down and watch instrumentalists they are playing? That's the way it is. But the way it runs in churches is that one person wants to carry the bass. I've been playing this bass. The person who monopolize it, pursue every other young person. No matter how much you think you love music, there will be a time things around you will make you not be as relevant as the younger people because they have more time. One day they will not come out and tell you, say, Apo Alpha, do you know? They will not tell you what you don't know. they call it, there's this instrument. Do you know there was a time I used to know practically every gospel song that is alive? I can boast that I almost knew all the gospel songs. Now, I don't even know all the artists. Some they'll call, I say, oh, sing the song. Say, oh, I've heard that song. You know. Because all my life I was using it to do music then. But it's not the same way. So it is how far you learn that you will earn. You don't spiritualize everything. You don't. Abraham, Genesis chapter 14 verse 14. Genesis 14:14. Now, this one is not on. Now, let's read together, 1 to go.
Now, when Abraham heard that his brother was
Let's stop. Everybody, let's read, 1 to go. Let's stop. You will still not read. Why are church people like that? Everybody, let's read, 1 to go. This is not working. So, Abraham is the father of faith. Yet, he trained how many people? The Bible said that these servants were trained in his house. He didn't faith them. He was a father of faith. Yet, he was training what? Servants. That he trained them, that those servants stood up and even went in pursuit and took over. He didn't bring the 10. All of you, line up. Are you ready for it now? Are you ready? Lift up your hands. I said, lift up your hands. The power of God is about to come upon you. From my left to my right, thou power of God. He didn't do that. He trained them. He was a father of faith. And he trained them. You have to submit yourself to training. It is only a man that is trained that is engaged. Everything is a part of God. There is a training you will get now. Your finances will change now. Then if life is centered around that training, then what? See, I tell you the truth. The frustrations you have in your life, they are all around knowing more. You need to know more. That is why we align with good people. Like me, I will pay any amount to be around what? Quality people. I'll make any sacrifice. I can fly from here. I was talking to a man of God, recently. He told me, he said, okay, whenever you come to Lagos, talk to me, tell me, let me, so that we'll book an appointment. Let's see. I say, whenever I come to Lagos, I say, I don't need whenever. I say, I can fly to Lagos. I say, it's not dependent on my what? On my own schedule. I say, just, the man look, he said, okay. I will, what? Because this is somebody that I know. If he gives me an appointment and I sit with him for 2 hours, no, there's nothing else that happens. You just you learn, and immediately those learning are true. You come now, you start earning differently. Things start happening for you differently. Because there's a reason why it's happening for other people, it's not happening for you. Yes, forget the demons and people that are after you. You're not doing things right. Abraham would have said that the demons came if there were no trained men. He will now stand on the mountain. Oh Lord, arise. Let your enemies be scattered. Before the Lord arise and the enemy be scattered, they would have taken Lot far. Immediately he stood up and said, where are the guys? Everybody arm them. Boom! And they went and recovered everything. Because they were trained. preaching of Jesus is the power of God, and the wisdom of God is the power of God, and also the wisdom of God. We have a Nigerian church that is so power conscious and they forget about the wisdom of God. The wisdom of God. The wisdom of God brings power. I told them in first service, receive this message as though it's the last message I'm preaching as your pastor. And Paul wrote a letter to Corinth, to Romans, to all those people. This is a letter from me to AG Worship Center, located at 72 Upper New Market Road. In all your gettings, get wisdom, get knowledge, get understanding. It will distinguish you amongst men. You are so power conscious. You are so power conscious. Power is good. Power is the default manifestation of a Christian. It is good. But the wisdom of God, you need to seek it. Get knowledge, get understanding. Buy it, sell it not. The best of us appears when we are trained. It is training that affects what you see. Training. God. I don't know. Slap your neighbor a high five. Just slap the neighbor a high five. Slap them a high five first. You don't know what high five is. On the sharp people, you don't know what is high five. Slap your neighbor a high five. You have neighbor. You are scared of your neighbor in church. This is where the thing is starting. I'm trying to help you break. Some of you are scared of your neighbor. By the time you slap your neighbor a high five, give him a high five. He's a human being. So that from there, after there, you can now ask the person for number. It's from there. I said, slap your neighbor a high five first. You don't have neighbor. Tell him, neighbor, you need training. You need it. You need the training. It distinguishes. Listen to me. You need to desire to be the top 5 in whatever you do. Be at the top. For you shall be the head and not the tail. Struggle is a proof that there are things you don't know. Listen to me. You must be humble enough to know there are things you don't know. Your parents told you were a princess and you were a prince. Nah. Agonna. You've not done anything. They're calling you Agonna. Agonna. And you have a mentality that there is something special about you. There's nothing special about you except you do special things. You're a human being. You are just okay. Or Nkoli, Inka, whatever your name is. You're just you. You have to imbibe special traits and attributes in your life. Ask your neighbor, when was the last time you learned something that changed your life? Ask your neighbor, when was the last time you gained a new skill? That change. When last did you learn what changed your earning? Or when last did you learn what changed what you earn? When? Ask your neighbor, when last did your learning affect your pocket? What did the person say? I'm a student. Student does not learn anything. He doesn't add anything. When last did you learn something new skill? People are making money, millions daily, on updated information. I was driving recently. It's funny, but I'll gist you the story. You can take whatever you want to take. I was driving recently, so in Enugu, And we came to a hold up. So one boy that was clearing the hold up, maybe because he saw the way I was dressed and maybe the car was driving. He came, Baba, sir, please now, sir. I beg, say, find me 500 naira now or something. It was even the boy if he had the amount he wanted. So even if it's 500, I told him, I said 500. I said I don't have that to give you. He said, okay, Sangwa, just when I give me updates. I'm telling you exactly what happened. Some of you don't know what that means. Of course. I don't even know what it means. He said, sir, give me updates. I just laughed because I know what he's talking about. I just laughed. I said, oh, guy, I don't have updates. Let me explain what the update is for you. The update simply means what is the latest information that gives money. The guy told me, he said, sir, I can wash your car. The problem is that I don't have the update yet. He needed, because I know what he needed. I don't have the update he needed. But the children of this world are why that is my problem with church people. Somebody was ready to wash my car so that I will give him what? Updates. Why? Because the new money is in the new update. Something that worked last week might not be working this week again. And you have said, I want to learn some. Pastor, I went to learn something. What you learned is what is working last year. Hunger will kill you. Are you following? Are you sure you're following? Are you following or thinking something else? Okay. Only the trained must be engaged. How much? How willing are you? What are you ready to pay to be updated? Your way of backing up is outdated backup. Your way of playing is outdated playing. If we give you mic now to even pray, you say God called you. Man of God, God called you. If you give you mic now, you pray outdated prayer. You don't know there is outdated prayer. Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Nissi, Jehovah Elohim, Jehovah our Father, my God, Father Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Elohim. We thank you, Father Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah. I said, what is that? What are you doing? What are you doing? There's outdated preaching. And the fire! That's outdated. That's outdated. That's outdated. You don't know. The fact that you are using it doesn't mean that's why things are working for you the way it's working. Somebody was telling me, say, sir, man of God, listen, see, what is it? I know that preaching is not my problem. I said, but your problem is in the preaching. But you don't, the problem is that you've not agreed. He said, pastor, I told him, he said, the problem is in the preaching. But he wanted to tell me, sir, if it is preaching, I know I have it. Then what is your? I said, it's in the preaching. I said, what are you preaching? And they put Joseph in the pit. Somebody say pit. And they put Joseph in the pit. Then they moved him from the pit to the. It was powerful today. My friend can't sit down. I said, can't sit down. You don't know. You're outdated. But you don't know. The beautiful thing about outdated people is that they don't know. What are you doing? I'm an entrepreneur. What are you doing? You are patching plastic. You are patching plastic. You say you're an entrepreneur. Abraham did not faith it. He sat them down and did what? Come on now. He sat them down and did what? And trained them. 300 plus, man. We are too proud. This week I just came from Enugu from a training. Sat down for 3 days and I was taught. How to be a better pastor. I was taught by people that are ahead of me. I would say, is it not Bible that are going to preach? What is the Bible? The Bible? Bible? No. Hey. There are people that are higher than you. That have update. They have to give you the update so that you know what is up. If not, the children of God, you are still be there doing children of God, and people have gone far. You must learn. You must decide. There is this thing that has beclouded the mind of Nigerian church that is making them so power conscious. And the pastors and the apostles and the prophets has made merchandise of it, always creating problems around you. See, come. Stay here. Where is it? Oh, what else? Where is his hand? Okay, this your hand is strong. Release yourself. Is it penny? Do you have problem with this hand? Is the hand okay? Where's his hand? Okay, let me hold the hand. Wait. This guy is stiff. Please, I need somebody that is flexible. This guy is very stiff. Okay. Is he penning you like this? Is he penning you? He's penning you. So why is he penning him like this? His hand is at the back. Is it? He's penning him. His hand is at the back. If you want it to stop penning him, you bring it out. There's no deliverance. No deliverance. Did I deliver you? Yes. I just removed your hand from the back. Most of you carried your hand and put at the back like this. And they say that the devil is pursuing you. All you need to do is to bring out the hand. And you'll be fine. Oh, the level of even the prayers you pray is because of where you are. Is where you are. Is the information that is around you. Why certain prophets prophesy to you now freeze because of the, it's you. Because it's you. You can't try it around. Because when they want to prophesy, they want to tell you have. It's possible in life not to be going through hardship. Like me, I'm not going through hardship. So you can't come and start. You see that the power of any prophet is broken. I say you didn't see anything. When my dad died, one prophetess came and said he saw something. Where they are having problem in the... I say you didn't see anything. I said the money for the burial is in my account. Yes, it's not possible. I don't need Assemblies of God to bury my father. So I won't have any problem with anybody. The only problem we can have is money. When this church started 9 years ago, the church wouldn't have started. But we don't have money to sponsor it. I said, don't worry. We have paid 2 years. 2 years. Okay, kneel down. Let's pray for you. The church started. So it's not, there's no deliverance. Oh Lord, attack the enemies that are attacking. It's not. There is nothing. There is no special prayer. Instead of putting your hand like this, by training, bring it out. Things will start flowing naturally. Are you feeling pain now? No. How do you put your hand at the back and say you are feeling pain? Oh Lord, deliver me. Oh Lord, deliver me. You can go, sir. Oh Lord, deliver me. That is what some of us are doing. You have to learn. Abraham, father of faith, trained me. When last did you learn a skill that affected your earning? I say it every time. When I knew I will not practice was in my 4th year. I came out from the lecture hall, stood outside in the hospital, teacher hospital, Ebonyi State. I stood like this. I look everywhere. Everybody wearing white. I started admiring nobody. There was nobody I could admire. Nobody that was wearing the white that I was admiring. Everybody was driving V-Boat. The highest was V-Boat. They will hang the white in the back of the car. I asked myself, is this what you want? Myself told myself, no, this is not what you want. That's okay, no problem. So I knew it, that this was not it. So sometimes they will come to class, I will not be in class. I told them, I said, I don't need first class. If you don't give me, I said, I don't want it. I want to graduate. I knew it from the university. One of the days I was telling my class, but I said, listen to me, I'm more brilliant than you. Forget this A you are having. I said, I don't read and I pass. Yeah? I said, if I read half of this, I'll be first class. I said, but I don't want. That I'm pursuing other things. So even while as a medical, I started pursuing business, started pursuing politics, started pursuing ministry. And before immediately I was graduating from, people graduate from university and they are confused. I was in university, I knew what I would do if I come out. Because you have to learn. I started learning how to write proposals, how to go to government offices, how to organize. In school, I organize beauty pageant. If I tell you things, I organize shows. Show. You don't know what you show in school. Show. Invite face, invite guest artists. Do publicity for the whole school. Put gate fee, collect money. So we are solving what to be. This artist is raining. Let's negotiate. Let's talk with this artist. We started like that as a student. So the small time I have, I'll come and reuse it and look inside the paper, read it and pass. I'm fine. It was better for me than having A. I was involved in school politics. It was more important to me than having A. Why? The learning affects your earning. So why was it? When immediately I got serious with God, it was very easy to organize show. I shocked my pastor first. When they made me the youth leader, I told them, I said, we are going to have youth dinner night. Why? Because we organized departmental dinner night in school. The man said, how are you going to pull it off? They didn't give me one night. And my father in the Lord is a very wonderful person. He gave me the job and he was mocking me. I said, you see, this is he bought his tie for the dinner night in the evening of the dinner. When he saw, he said, like, this thing is working. He said, this thing is working. He said, we go and buy my dinner. Go and buy dinner. I carried the seat and came and sat in the middle and said, yes, this is it. Because if that thing, you will not see my leg there if it's not working. Did he give me one naira? And I was able to pull it off in the church. And told everybody what to wear, told them everything, and planned it. Did zobo for wine. Yes. bought meat, cut it. You ask one of the ladies, they fried it. Each of the cups they put it, they just put that cucumber on top. Just checking out. Everywhere was so fine. I still have the pictures today. I went to another church, invited one of their best singers to come and be our special guessing. Just love her and beg her and give her small money. She came. So, from school there, immediately, when I came to Onitsha, it was very easy for me to organize one program and the whole district knew about it immediately. Why? Because I was coming with an external flair that was appealing to the young people. Why? I'm already used to them. It is the learning that affects them. Don't just stay and say, I am old. Enough. It's not by your age. Only the trained can be engaged. Can you say it? Only the trained can be engaged. So train now. Don't say it's when the time comes. Nobody trains on the stage. If you train on the stage, how many of you on a boxer, you come on the, it's not even box. The game I love is UFC. How many of you know UFC? You know UFC? That one is brutal. Boxing, you can even come there and they'll just knock you faint. This one, they don't leave, they knock you down, they don't leave you. They'll fly and join you down place and hit you till you say, I die. I'm dying before they will leave you. You can't come there and say you are using that time to train. They break people's leg there, they break hand there. So learn. Tell another learn. Tell another learn. So Abraham, father of faith. Father of faith. Yet. He trained these people. Bow down your heads. Bow down your heads. Ask the Lord to help you.